Okay, I think I'm streaming. I think I'm streaming. Hey guys. Popping over from Keylin stream. I appreciate you keeping me oh wow, it is super dark here. Let me remedy this. Hi doll. Oh yeah, I need to go somewhere with better lighting. I use OBS, and I have been tinkering with setting up my screens. I have like an artist screen, I have a writer screen, I have a comic book screen. I'm just like experimenting with different stuff. And the cool timer I actually stole from the Courtney project. I got the free version for Mac, and I really love it. Like, I super love it. I needed something that was spoopy for my, my witchy stuff. And I love mimicking the wolf howl. I think it is the perfect... I also love the crows cawing as for the last 10 seconds. I think it's great. Hi, Ava. Eva. I'm gonna get it right, I swear. I'm gonna get it right, I swear. Okay, we'll start it at the 30, because I got stuff I gotta do. So, my Discord. Okay, cool. So Keylin wants to organize the AuthorTube chat, and I am totally willing to do the inclusion chat right now. Oh, I bet you, you bet I'm gonna make some Halloween themed countdown timers when the time comes. To hell with the timing. Halloween is every day for me. I will use them all the time. I love your Aurora Borealis backgrounds, your baddie backgrounds, I just love your aesthetic. Your aesthetic is great, and I'm super into those things. So, my first book, I'm extremely inclusive. I feel like in order to include other races, other sexualities, other paths of life, don't make it the focal point, right? Like, the book doesn't have to be about them being gay. They just happen to be gay, and that doesn't relate to the story, therefore it's not a focal point. It might come up in conversation, but like my first book, I think there's one white person in it and like 6 people of color. It's just, I randomized the stuff, and that's just how it worked out, and I really actually like it. My heroine is Vietnamese. I have a couple of Native Americans. I'm also, the book I'm writing right now has Native Americans, Asians. I might do I don't know. I might do a sexy scene with Panda. But the book is not about the characters being LGBTQ, etc. It's about other things, but they are all there, exactly. I think being pan slash bi, I guess I'm pan because I'm not, gender isn't a factor for me. So if they're trans or they're genderqueer or anything like that, that doesn't affect how I feel about them. Um, and I feel like even in the LGBTQ community, we are looked down upon for being. They think that we'll basically fuck anything with two legs, and that we'll cheat, and that we're sluts, and that we can't commit, and stuff like that. And I have the straight argument in that I married a man, and he just happens to be a man. It's his personality that I married, right? So now I have straight people saying, oh, you're straight now because you're living a straight life. Never mind that I'm attracted to people for their personalities, not their gender. Eva says, my story started as a creation myth of sorts, so my characters felt very non-white. It's progressed into more of a high fantasy, so I added a white guy, sure. I have an ace character, that's the only time sexuality comes up outside of forced marriage things. Sure. Ace characters for the win. My writer is Ace, so there are times where I want to create an Ace character just because I think her frame of reference towards romantic and sexual content is so interesting, because she's like, I don't understand these things. I seriously don't understand these things. I actually have to refer to the Patreon in order to figure out if this is a proper reaction to these things. And I'm like, that is so interesting to me. So I think social dynamics could be really fascinating in a book if, like, they're in a bar and they're ace and someone is hitting on them, and, like, you know? Especially if they're like super ace and aromantic and stuff like that. Like, people are just, connection is just not a thing. That would be super super interesting, especially from like an alien point of view. I like the idea of, so I'm fascinated with, like, humans not doing human things. My ace uses sexuality for power, mostly because of her. Oh, hold on. I need to scroll up for stuff. Doll says, that has happened to me. Guess I'm no longer a singer. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really sorry that happened. I'd love to hear you sing sometime, though. Eva says, my ace uses sexuality for power because of her appearance, but she is a clever antagonist and a good actress. Okay. That's interesting. Does she... So does she just not gain... So she does these things, but she doesn't gain satisfaction from it? Or she is actively disgusted by it? Because the aces I know are actively disgusted by those things. So I think there would be a capacity for, like, self-loathing on the part of the antagonist, maybe, for putting herself through those things. She's like a siren, but without magic. She knows how to... She can lure people in without doing anything, and she punishes those that are lured. Okay. So it doesn't necessarily have to be sex, just seduction. Um, Sage says, I'm not really out at work or outside my close friend circle because I'm essentially in the Bible Belt of South Africa, but I'm pan-romantic, demisexual, and non-binary. Okay, so you're a them, you're a they. I grew up using they in a grammatical sense. It was always um, plural neutral. Doll says, I mean, I can't even read sex scenes and stay calm. I skip them. Yeah. So I'll warn you which stories of mine not to read. Or at least the parts where you can move on. Because, like, I can cut it out for you or something like that. She doesn't even seduce, she exists. It's a patriarchal world and she's mad about it. Okay. Yeah, how do I put this? I am one of those people that I am in my sexual prime. I've come to terms with my sexuality, and yes, Sage is a they, them. But I don't really mind as far as pronouns go, as long as people get my name right. Okay, I will refer to you as a they. She's my favorite. She's a pirate, but she's more like a fine art dealer in magical items. Her name is Nalia. I love her. Ha 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 ha. Cool. She sounds awesome. Oh, it's 9:34. I got caught up talking about awesome things. Maybe we'll talk about it for 10 more minutes because I'm really interested in this inclusion talk. Never against having sexy fun times, just don't want to be involved in it in any way. Okay, so I actually have a story about this. Um, so when I was 18 years old, I was trained as a professional submissive. And by the time I hit my late 20s, um, the Yes Me Too, Yes All Women had come out, and it had me really thinking and redefining my definition of consent. And so um, I was going through some really heavy stuff regarding, I know, because I'm so confident. But that happens a lot, actually. Really confident people becoming professional subs, and then introverts and shy, meek people becoming doms. It's a power thing, right? So I'm gonna bounce out on this hour, but it's been super fun. Thank you, Sage. Thanks for popping in. It was really important that you put in your 2 cents, I think. And I will be glad to see you around. So anyway, my story. I got into my husband's group of friends, and there's a handful of them that are into like polyamory and BDSM simultaneously, and they started having scenes at parties, like publicly, but they wouldn't check with the people who were running the party, they wouldn't check with the crowd, that like, so I had to like pull this guy aside and be like, you are not taking my consent into consideration when you are having a scene in the middle of the goddamn living room. Or you, like, people are having an orgy in the center of the party, and I didn't sign in for this. Yeah, definitely going to be in Marissa's later. Absolutely. Hi, Ginny. Love the conversation that I just walked into. Yes, we're actually talking about inclusion, and now I'm going in and talking about consent and, uh, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Bias opinions regarding people of different sexualities, people of different um, races and genders, um, and how they are poorly included in books and media in general. I'm always sleeping. One more says streaming. I can catch up today. Okay, cool. Very cool. Um, I also want to start this witchy author tube thing because I feel like witches are weirdly represented in fiction. Um, yeah, I don't dig it. Neil Gaiman handles it pretty well, but um, there's a lot of fiction out there, especially fantasy, that doesn't represent us in a positive light, or doesn't represent us in a light where we are um, treated as people, right? So that is something that I would like to kind of fix because, goddamn it, we're people. Ginny says I get so mad when I read stuff about witches or pagans in general in a bad light. Yeah, it's very inaccurate most of the time. I agree. I am a chaos witch, like I mentioned before. So there is a lot of methods that could be included in uh, in literature, in fiction. Um, I have to admit, I am worrying through my book in that, and my short story in that, I'm not saying what his focus is. I'm not saying what his, um, like how he's actually casting this magic. Um, so that I'm gonna fix that. You remember how much I stammered before I could finally say it. I have been looking into hedge witchery, in that I'm working on my armor, I'm working on my servitors, I'm kind of preparing myself for astral projection. Um, so I used to belong to a swingers club, but not expressly for the purpose of swinging, more like safe online dating. I actually used to work at a sex club that had like swingers nights and BDSM nights and orgy nights and stuff like that. And I just didn't have it in my schedule. Like they would be open all night long, and I couldn't do that like 3 times a week. I couldn't. Let's see. I used to run a kink group that's so focused on safety and consent. That's excellent, Jenny. Because of the nature of the club and its website, the admins were super strict on vetting everyone, so it was a much safer than using like a OkCupid. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and teaching. Yeah, that's education in the kink culture. I think is extremely important, and it is something that some people let go to the wayside. Um, like they're using being dominant as an excuse to be an asshole, and violating, using a tool wrong, or violating consent, or um, you know, that sort of thing. It's a problem. It's a problem, especially where I am. I think it's probably getting better because I've been voicing my concerns, and people are like, "Oh no, it's gotten better." So I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm traumatized from the DC scene. Um, just kind of pulling back a little bit, you know. The fun came in when it turned out to be my sister was an active member of the club part of it, not just the online dating site. Those were some fun conversations. Yeah, my sister became a dominatrix, and I took a photo set for her so that she had something to put up on BCom and stuff like that. So we don't talk much about it. We just recognize that each other took a different path than the other. 50 Shades made my blood boil. Yeah. Yeah, that's abuse. 50 Shades is abuse. And it's not cute. It's not sexy. It's nauseating, is what it is. I could not bring myself to read 50 Shades because it's so not what it's about. Yeah, I agree. So the BDSM community being misrepresented in literature, especially fan fiction, and then this fan fiction went viral, essentially, like went popular, and I think there's a lot of Karens out there that have been severely misinformed about the culture and severely uh, indoctrinated into this abuse, rape culture. Like I think they were people that were already indoctrinated into rape culture on a societal level. And so I think when they saw it in a book, it was like, oh, like, this is not only okay, it's hot. And those of us who have been woke, as it were, are looking at it kind of sideways. And the number of people who are uneducated or misinformed about the culture definitely outnumber the number of people who treat it safely and with respect, right? So, hi Amelia. We're talking about weird stuff, but we're about to do a sprint. I learned a lot about BDSM community because of Hatari and their fans, much better than that 50 Shades crap. Right on. I don't know Hatari, but I feel like I should be schooled. Let's do a thing. Boop. We'll do it for 20 minutes exactly. This is the first sprint. Oh, I can't type sprint. And we're gonna go. All right, cool. I would love to hear. That will be 3, 2, 1, go! All right. That was super productive for me. I hope it was super productive for you. I am now at the point in my video where I actually have to listen to what I have to say in the video. And I didn't want that playing over the thing. Doll read a few pages, getting through that story. This is not a flattering angle. Amelia got 200, oh no, lost 200 words because of the cat. Did the cat, like, delete things and then step on other keys so you couldn't undo what the things that had been done? Couldn't step back far enough? $7.94 for Eva. Melting faces. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened, Amelia. But can you be mad at the cat? Can you? Cat didn't know. Also, Eva types really fast. Alright, so Hakari is an Icelandic band that uses BDSM imagery as symbolism for their anti-capitalist lyrics. One singer acts as the dom, the other is the sub. I need to look into this. Sounds like something I would be into. Being that you are currently in Finland, I suspect you are also inundated with metal. Not inundated, but good metal comes out of Finland. I have 5 of the 11 points for my blog, which is now an article instead. I think my blog will have a magazine aesthetic. That is a cool idea, Eva. I will totally subscribe to said blog. Mealy says it's not even my cat. It's just a neighbor's cat who decided my keyboard is warm. I'm outside writing. Oh. So, that's interesting. And Doll is in Argentina, not in Finland, but also a metalhead. And Finnish metal bands are awesome. I concur. I was just perplexed by your accent because it's a super Finnish accent. One of my best friends is in Helsinki and grew up there, and like he's definitely Finnish. I spoke with someone from an organization via emails yesterday. What kind of organization? Oh, I should do that yoga class this morning, but it started 10 minutes ago, and I think I'd rather be productive. Doll says, I've listened to their accent so much that it stuck with me. Oh, my adoptive dad is Finnish from Pori. Oh, okay. Pori. It seems my long-term view of my LLC fits into the realm of supportive organization, not publisher, which is nice. I dig it. I can still publish myself. Yeah. Sounds great. We'll do another sprint in 5 minutes. Also listen to the birds and the dogs. Arp, 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 arp. Yes, the sprints. All the sprints. I'm loving that animal ambient sound, yeah. The whole thing about being outside. Yeah, I'm a bad influence. I technically stole this from my husband. He tries to curb my smoking to a pack every 2 days, and I kind of smoked all my cigarettes yesterday. Salmaki. What is salmiakki? Is it like a... Now I'm thinking I need a comic in my blog. Family circus style. Oh, like a 3-panel sort of deal? Oh, Dick Moonstruck! Oh no! Oh, it's a black licorice. Oh, okay. Black licorice is salted black licorice, I am assuming. I am a fan. I am a fan. Do we want to do another 20-minute sprint, or do we want to make it longer, or make it shorter, or... And poor Dick Moonstruck is trying to abstain from smoking, and here I am smoking on stream. I wasn't expecting him to, like, pour it over. Alright, 20 sounds good. 20 is good. Also, Metalhead. I like Voyager. They're based out of Australia, out of Perth. Ava starts in 48 minutes. That's true. I will wrap up before then. Or Marissa. Sorry. Eva, nice to catch you around. Yep. My eyes are blurring. You can definitely see my descent into madness in this 10K video. I really hope you guys like it. And let's see if Doll can start making a Halloween timer. I would like to make a request that you make a spoopy one. And also a midsummer one. Oh. Also a midsummer one. Yeah, we'll do a 20-minute, and then we'll probably chat more about inclusivity. Stonehenge back around. Yeah. That sounds awesome. All right, one more minute. Also, it looks like I gotta check my Discord. If you can peep your avatar out from behind a stone randomly somewhere, that'd be so funny. Actually, I like that Doll is like inside with a cup of coffee in their pajamas, like hanging out inside, and then the scene outside is like Stonehenge. Because it gives me the impression that like Doll is in like this spaceship or this time machine that yeah, Doll is a traveler. If you, yeah, I think that'd be cute. All right, let's go ahead and start this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. I did not realize that my desktop audio is not working. So you guys haven't been able to hear the alarm anyway, right? Well, there is no cool and usable Stonehenge footage, but there are cool spooky bats flying above a brick graveyard, so bats it is. Yas. Ooh, bats in graveyards, love it. Yas. Yeah, you just heard it because I played it over my mic. Only this time you heard the wolf, yeah. Yeah. 512 words from Eva, that person. I'm looking at trying to outline the next chunk of. Yeah, I mean, you saw that I finished my cigarette and I got a cup of coffee, but I'm trying to work out some outline things for the next leg of my short story. 613 words from Amelia, yes! I started making the timer. How long do you want it? 20 minutes. I am a 20-minute sweet spot person. Damn nice. Great job, everyone. 257 from Zara. Doll says it's cool. You probably hear my cat munching on his breakfast. Zara kicking butt. It is often good. I don't know. With music or without? I would say without. I like music in it, but so maybe put music in it and I can mute it for some people. Okay, without. Okay. But I can always play music while I'm writing. Not always. It's a precarious dance. Eva says it'll help you both 2 vids, one with, one without. It'll help you see what people choose what more often. Yeah. I know of an awesome ambient music channel and he makes dark ambient music too, so I thought of him. Yep. I also listen to a lot of ambient stuff, so odds are very good. You know, we know the same guy. Include the variants in the title. Gotta be careful of using other YouTubers' content. The bots might zot you for copyright infringement. Timer is scheduled for Sunday has music. I say we split in 6 minutes, take a little break, stretch our legs, get some coffee, whatever, some food, and then we reconvene in Marissa's stream. With this music channel, everything is free to use unless he states this particular piece is not free. Oh, nice. Okay. So I use his music, no problem, and he knows it. Is it Cryo Chamber? I like a lot of Cryo Chamber's ambient stuff. Co.ag. Oh, okay. Ava says, maybe I'll set up my camera and get some outside footage for a stretch. You could just look at my backyard from your ship, doll. There's a link to his channel in many of my video descriptions. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm often looking for royalty-free, copyright-free music, so I can include them in my live streams and stuff, because I can't be the only one who listens to music when they write, and I want to give it like a shot to see if people actually want to hang out and write to music. Really chill stuff. I'm not looking to do like synthwave and stuff like that. It has trees and wind and birds and things. Yeah, do it. Collaborate. Snippet of my winter timer on my Twitter. Cool. I'll do a lot of that nature themed stuff for my videos now that I can. My dogwood is in full bloom at the moment. So dogwood is the state tree and state flower for Virginia. And boy, they stink when they are in full bloom. They're very pretty, but they do not smell good. Backdrops are houses for that one, less pretty. I like the idea of shooting up the tree so it looks like Doll's ship is like in the tree. It'd be really good for spring. Look at all this collaboration. Super fun. Backyard gets deer, cardinal, couple, and a couple of crows live somewhere nearby and visit. I'm so glad you guys like my new stuff. We love your new stuff. Holy cow. It's been cool seeing you, like, kind of drifting around different streams and stuff, too. All right, 2 more minutes. I just want to thank you guys for stopping in and like kind of coming over from Keylin's stream or coming over from your own stream. I will be streaming from 10 in the morning Eastern to 3 in the afternoon Eastern tomorrow. Be cool if one visited while I record. Yeah, wouldn't it? This is easily the best community I've ever been a part of as well, doll. Thanks for the pop-up, Sako. Yay! Let me know if you want to make more inclusive chats and if you want to co-host. I am in for it. I can actually set up like a thumbnail for a future chat. We can talk about scheduling if you like. Every time I have used StreamYard, YouTube has knocked my stream offline, so I'm a little afraid to use it. Leora would mesh well with that chat too. Cool. Alec Williams too, if they're still around on AT, AuthorTube, I assume. Okay, let us split up. Use Zoom with OBS. That means my chat would only be 40 minutes because I don't have a professional account. If you need any help with that, I'd be happy to help you. See you at Marissa's. I will catch you guys on the flip side.